Whether you've been more times than you could possibly count, or you've somehow never been, which I don't know how that's possible, here are the 10 commandments of Walmart. Commandment number 1, thou shalt follow the arrows. Yes, the arrow. It's a very simple symbol. It's been around since ancient times. But somehow, when we paint it on the ground in the Walmart parking lot, y'all ain't got a clue what it means anymore. To y'all, it's like this emoji. I don't have a clue what this means, okay? Magellan had to learn what an arrow meant, and he still made it all the way around the world. All I'm asking for y'all to do is to go from the Garden Center to Murphy's Express the right way. There's also this thing with the entrance exit of the building and going in the wrong door, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, if I don't see anybody coming, I'll just take whatever door is closest to me. I ain't hurting nobody. Also, while we're in the parking lot, commandment number 2, thou shalt return your buggy. For those that aren't aware, a buggy is what we call a shopping cart in states that leave hot sauce on the table. Now, I don't want to dive too deep into this because I know that 99% of us know how to live in a society, and there is absolutely nothing that I can say to the 1% of the population that will not make them be a goober. But I will say that I have been in some parking lots, not Walmart, where the buggy corral is nowhere to be seen. So I just kind of shove it in there with like 2 or 3 others that are off to the side somewhere. So that at worst makes me an accomplice and not a goober. Commandment number 3, thou shalt honor thy return policy. Now, just go ask somebody that used to work returns in Walmart, what is the craziest thing that they have ever seen returned? And brace yourself. You are not prepared, because your observed level of crazy is nowhere near their level. It's always something like a bunch of empty banana peels or a single slice of birthday cake to get a refund for the entire cake because it didn't taste good. Now, I'm not encouraging you to go do that because most of us wouldn't, and personally, I don't even have the restraint to bring a single piece of cake back to the grocery store. Most people just need a friendly reminder that Walmart has a very generous return policy, and they will almost always take whatever that thing is back. But if they won't, I used to have a cousin that worked in returns, and he said somebody brought back a computer way past the deadline because they told him that it was full of dark magic. And they said, "What?" And they said, "Yeah, as soon as I turned it on, there was a setup wizard." And they took it back. So I'm just saying there are possible ways, for religious exemptions. Commandment number 4, thou shalt not use the self-checkout if your buggy is full to the brim and there are normal registers open. What are y'all doing? Now, of course, I'm talking about the little self-checkouts that have like 6 square inches of space for you to put your stuff before you scan it, not the big ones that have their own conveyor belt. I mean, we just got those, so apparently we couldn't be trusted with them before. All I'm saying is that you ain't got no business trying to scan a week's worth of groceries on that little thing when there are other options available, okay? I'm also pretty sure that you're the kind of person that is gonna find out when you're done scanning the last item that this machine does not take cash. So you're gonna have to do it all again over there. Yeah, I've got some PTSD from Walmart. Commandment number 5, thou shalt get the heck out of there by 11 o'clock. If you weren't aware, pretty much all Walmarts quit being open 24 hours a day back in the year that shall not be named. Now, pretty much all of them close at 11 o'clock, and if you like shopping in peace, then you better get the heck out of there before 10 o'clock. That last hour of every day in Walmart feels like the dawn of the apocalypse because they are coming over that loudspeaker letting you know how many minutes you have to get out of that building before they obliterate you. Trust me, Walmart, I'm trying to get out of here as fast as I can. If I wanted to stay overnight in this place, I would, and you wouldn't even know it. I've seen where the heart is. I'm gonna have a baby in that Walmart. Commandment number 6, thou shalt take your family reunion out of the aisle. Hey, we used to have these things called general stores that had lots of space to stand around and chit chat, and some even had a table. But now we got a Walmart, and they replaced that space with a Subway. But hey, some of those have a table. All I'm saying is every aisle only has just enough space for 2 buggies. Okay, do you think Walmart's got a spare an inch? Commandment number 7, thou shalt not forget about the second bathroom. Again, this is kind of more of a reminder, but don't forget, especially if you've got kids, that Walmart has a second set of bathrooms in the very back of the store. So also be aware that it's kind of a coin flip on what kind of quality you're gonna get, because I have been in some bathrooms that are spotless, and I've been in some others that have a meth lab. So it's pretty much the same odds as the bathrooms in the front of the store. Just know they're back there for emergencies. You know the ones I'm talking about. We've all been there. Definitely the lowest point of our lives. Commandment number 8, thou shalt not tap to pay. Of course, the absolute easiest way to pay for things is not a thing at Walmart, because they want you to download their little app. And I don't know what happens after that, because I ain't downloading it, okay? So that means that I gotta do this little dance with my card and the chip reader called, is my card actually declined, or are you just being a little Commandment number 9, thou shalt watch out for the pickers. Of course, by pickers, I'm referring to the employees whose job it is to move those giant blue containers around the store, picking out groceries and staring at this computer screen, and not at you as you round the corner about to get demolished by their semi-truck of buggies. It's unfortunate, okay? But let's not take out our frustrations on the workers, okay? It's not their fault. They're just there trying to earn a living. This is on Walmart. And you better believe when they get the opportunity to replace those employees with robots, they are absolutely gonna do that. And if one of those things run you over, then you are fully within your right to absolutely cold cock one of those things. I mean, just let them have it. Uppercut. How you looking? Right there in the aisle. Which brings me appropriately to our final commandment, number 10. Remember 90s Walmart and keep it holy. Today, Walmart feels just plain. I wouldn't say sterile, but plain. Like a hospital cafeteria. Walmarts used to be on a different level. You could go in there and play a whole video game while your mom shopped, or go eat in the big old McDonald's in the back of the store, or just stare at a lobster tank. I was even in a Walmart fashion show one time because my grandma worked there and she signed me up. Can you imagine your Walmart having a fashion show now? Does anybody need to see the season's latest Cookie Monster pajama prints? It's not even the same Walmart anymore. When you walk in, you're not greeted by anybody. You gotta get your buggy and weave in and out of these blue bin semi-trucks to get your groceries, and then to top it all off, you gotta check yourself out. They make going to Walmart feel like a job that you ain't even getting paid for. Walmart used to try to be part of the community, and now it just sits there like an empty corporate shell of Sam Walton's dream. At least bring back Black Friday, the old school kind where you could fight your neighbor over some Pioneer Woman pans. Golly, those were the days.